I hereby sentence you life imprisonment.
Next on Human Target.
Do you know this man?
All my life.
I've been in town one day and I'm right back where I was 20 years ago. What do you want from me, Dad?
I'm not saying that your dad is the easiest guy to get along with.
You noticed.
He's my son, and I love him a lot.
When was the last time you said that?
Dad?
And so I urge the court not to forget his acts of philanthropy, the respect and admiration which he enjoys in his community, his volunteer work. Your Honor, I submit to you a man...
Cut to the chase, Mr. Willis. You're pleading baby kissing. What are you looking for?
10 years.
10 years. And yet, I look at the record and I see one of the most brutal and vicious men I've ever had to sentence. Please stand, Mr. Reggiano. Vincent Reggiano, I concur with the prosecution's assessment of your crimes and your character. And I hereby sentence you to the maximum penalty that the law allows. Life imprisonment, without possibility of parole.
Night, Judge.
Good night, Sam.
Judge Schlosser. Well, I guess thanks are in order.
For what? For putting that animal away where he can't hurt anyone again?
Yeah. And for staring him down. I saw that look he gave you.
Well, I won't lose any sleep worrying about Vince the Hitman Reggiano.
So, we're two free adults again, Judge. Trial's over.
That's true, Mary. But you know, I still have my own private conflict of interest. Paperwork up to the ceiling.
Do it later.
Mary, there is no later with you. The last time we went out, I got home at 3 a.m.
Oh, but what a time we had.
Yes, that it was. No. I'll take a rain check.
Your loss.
I know. Oh. Hey, fella. I hope you're on overtime. What's happening?
You got an outage on his plug somewhere.
Good luck.
You're telling me that all these came in the last 2 days?
All 23 of them. Why don't you just read them off? We'll weed out the nose and we'll prioritize the rest.
Okay. Let's see. The first one's Listen to this. We got an alligator wrestler from Sarasota, Florida. The guy wrestles 400-pound reptiles all day long, and he's afraid that his wife's trying to whack him for the insurance.
We'll follow up on that one. Next.
Next, we have an unemployed welder in Akron, Ohio. He's pretty certain that Satan's trying to kill him.
Standard form letter on that one. We're good, but not that good.
What's up, guys? ETA 1 hour and 22 minutes till New Orleans jambalaya. Processing request, huh?
Yeah, man, you'd think it was National Assassination Week or something. What's this?
What?
Here's one from the phone logs with our private number on it. And it's a request for service from a criminal judge.
Oh, well, that sounds like a definite possibility. What's the age?
Forget about the age. How about locale?
Where?
Boston, Mass.
Oh, that's a big passola, baby.
Yeah, but it's got a tag that says personal for Chris.
Then I better see it.
Right here. Did you hear where the location is?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know this man?
All my life. Judge Jerry Schlosser.
Why don't I just call him personally and tell him that our caseload is just too heavy right now?
No, I'm taking the case. Jeff, bring her around. Plot us into Boston.
Roger.
Chris, is Judge Schlosser someone everyone knows?
If what you mean is my father knowing, the answer is yes. He's been one of his best friends for over 30 years.
Well, Boston's a big place.
My neighborhood isn't. I'm taking the case, okay?
The guy that I referred you to a couple of years ago, the guy with the cannery.
Frank Lemke.
Right. Well, he told me about all of this afterwards. But I never imagined it. Chris, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you too, Jerry. Been too long.
Your sister's wedding, right? I mean, how long ago? 3, 4 years?
7. Can you believe that?
7? Oh, God, it has been that long. Well, have you talked to your sister? Have you talked to your dad?
No, actually, it was my plan just to see you, Jerry, find out what's going on, and sit down. You haven't,
Oh, no. Not a word. And, of course, our agreement is still in play. They know nothing about the human target.
Good. It has to be that way, for them and me.
No, I understand.
You look great, Judge. You still chasing the ladies?
Oh, of course. And vice versa.
All right, let's talk about it. What's going on?
Well, I know you're going to think this sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure that somebody tried to electrocute me.
So you said, but you also said it might have been an accident.
Yeah, but not anymore. I checked with the power company. There was no record of any trouble in that area, nor had they sent out any linemen that night. So 2 and 2 is starting to look like 4.
Yeah, I agree. Any candidates?
For a sitting judge? Well, my latest bad guy's Vince Reggiano, a hitman. I just sentenced him to life.
Okay, we'll start with Reggiano. You'll stay here for the duration.
Right. I'll go home and get some things, and I'll come back.
No, I mean starting now, Jerry.
Oh, well, Chris, my boy, I think we have a little problem here, or you do. Tonight's your father's retirement party.
Retirement?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the timing. I didn't know some maniac was going to try to kill me now.
Dad sold his business?
Yeah, to Tom. A bunch of the folks are getting together at McClarty's. And I'm going.
Yes, enjoy yourself.
Have
enjoy
a great time,
enjoy.
okay?
Hey, look who's here!
Oh, hi! Welcome. I'm so glad you could make it. And listen, everything is on the house. Don't try to pay for anything, okay?
At least leave a tip.
Chris, I can't believe it's you. Oh, why didn't you tell me you were coming? Have you seen Dad? Well, how long are you going to be here?
Come on, one question at a time.
Oh, okay. How long are you here for?
I'm not sure. I'm here in business. I got a lot of meetings.
Now, don't try to weasel out. You look wonderful.
You too, Susan.
Oh, let's go see Dad.
Okay.
Okay.
Judge? All right. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Chris. Sit down. You hungry? They got great ribs here. Still got quite a grip.
It's good to see you, Dad.
Yeah, you too. You too. Sit down. Well, how about that, Jerry? Kid made it after all.
Sure, out of respect for the agent.
You want to call me agent, you better start beating me at handball. Get lost.
Don't go far.
Well, good of you to stop by. And what are you drinking these days? You want wine? You want some French designer water?
No, beer's fine, Dad.
Beer. Beer? Hi, pal. Sue tells me that you're still with the VA? Still doing the same stuff?
Yeah, still in administration.
What the hell's administration anyway? You're the boss of anything?
I'm in middle management. If you wonder how much money I make, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, you're one of those GS numbers. I could get that with a phone call. Did you ever think of looking into another kind of work?
I enjoy what I do.
Okay, good. That's important. The only thing that counts. You gotta like what you do. Yeah. A waste, though. Brain like yours.
Come on, Dad. Don't start, okay?
Start what? Huh? You... No, really. Start what? You could have been governor. Could have been a surgeon. Could have played with the Celts.
Right.
Well, grown a couple of inches. You could have.
If I hadn't been tone deaf, I could have sung opera.
Okay, okay. Paper shuffling. Jeez. From the gang. Thank you. You know, this is a big day for me. Big day. I finally scored. I just sold my business to my son-in-law, who doesn't realize he paid twice what it was worth. And that while I'm laughing all the way to the bank, he's going to be working twice as hard for half the money. Oh, and I want to say I'm really pleased that Jerry Schlosser is here. He's been my friend since I stole his crayons in the 3rd grade. George, I want to thank you for all the years that you've been taking care of my parking tickets. And my beautiful daughter, Susan, who's a smart girl, who earned a master's degree in education. I just wish she was smart enough to get a job that paid some money. And now, I am very proud that my son, help me, somebody. Christopher. That's it. I'm really glad that Chris got back here for my retirement. I guess he figured he had to do it once before I croak, because that's probably the next time I'm going to see him. All right, everybody. Here we go.
Okay.
I feel like Al Capone. So, all in all, how did the reunion go?
Pretty much like all the others. 5 minutes into the room and he's sticking the needle in me.
Yeah, and you're digging in your heels. Hey, I'm not saying that your dad is the easiest guy to get along with.
You noticed.
Oh, yeah, I noticed. And I noticed something else, too. Now, you can tell me to butt out if you want to, but I was watching both of you, and I saw a kid who loved his father so much it hurts.
Of course I love him, Jerry. He's my dad, you know, but...
Yeah, but he keeps riding you like a Brahma bull. I know, but that's the way he is. He cares. And caring seems to be the major problem here with both of you. The question is, are you two ever going to get over it?
Remember you said to tell you to butt out?
Touché, touché. What?
You smell gas?
Listen, as soon as the detectives are finished with Jerry, I want you to drive him to his house. And then you get on home. Your room's ready.
I've got a room at a hotel, Dad, but thanks anyway.
Oh. Uh-huh. Whatever. No skin off my nose if you want to waste your money.
Well, the police are done with me for now, and I feel bad about it, having deliberately lied to them.
No, it's better that way. Let them think it was just a leak in a gas main.
Well, it was a leak, all right, and it was started by someone.
Yeah, the guy who's trying to kill you. If they throw a cordon around you, they'll just scare him off. He'll wait.
Yeah, but then he'll be coming after you.
That's how it works, Jerry. Human target. Okay, Libby, run a complete scan on Vince Reggiano, known associates, family, the works.
Right.
Who else might want to take you out, Jerry?
Oh, besides Reggiano? Could be any one of hundreds of people I've sent to jail.
You got it?
Yep. I'll check all parolees and possible escapees.
Also, anyone who's served their time, say, within the last 6 months.
No problem. Well, here's a job that's just come in for you that we intercepted from that phony hotel number we set up for you. Dinner at your sister's with the judge.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I mean, being two people at the one dinner party.
Yeah? Your father's gonna be there also.
Okay, have Jerry call and decline. I'll tell her I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
How long have you been single?
Since my wife Molly divorced me 20 years ago.
Any serious relationships with women?
Chris, all my relationships with women have been serious.
Maybe we should check jealous husbands for suspects.
Now look, I'm active. I like women. I'm discreet. I'm careful, and I'm ethical.
That's good. Let's try it.
Well, what do you think?
Wow, it's quite sobering. You know, I really have to take off 5 pounds. But Chris, I've been thinking. I can't do this.
What's the problem?
Well, as a judge, I've got a public responsibility. I decide matters of life and death. I'm not perfect, but I'm what the people of the Commonwealth have paid for. For better or for worse. And that's what they ought to get. So, I'm going to take my chances.
Take your chances. Relax. You're going to be right there with me.
All rise. Superior Court of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Department 25, Judge Gerald W. Schlosser presiding, is now in session. Be seated.
Excuse me. All right, first refer to the docket. Just below the gavel. The guy with the ponytail. That's the prosecuting attorney, Bob Siegler. Watch out for him. He's a shark and an unethical one at that. He'll push you as far as he can. All right, read the first item on the docket. In the matter of Wilson versus the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, case number 2533. Is counsel ready? Mumble, you gotta mumble. What are you shouting about? You've done this 10,000 times.
You've done this 10,000 times.
Beg your pardon, sir?
Oh, nothing. Please, continue.
Thank you. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to reintroduce our motion of last week for a change of venue. A prejudicial aura hangs over this court.
Well, shut him down. He's trying to undermine your authority. I've already ruled on that. Tell him.
With community residents.
I would remind the district attorney that his motion was denied and will not be entertained again. I hope that is clear.
Yes.
Well, here. Conservation's becoming a really big issue. So I ordered a gross of these high-efficiency bulbs, $5.95 a piece, retail. How am I gonna sell them? Whoop.
Ta-da! Angel hair pasta with marinara. Chris made the sauce.
Uh-oh. Joke, okay? I'm sure it's great. Chris, will you sit up? You look like you've got a broken spine. You know, I ran into an old friend the other night at the party, Frank Warner. Did you get an opportunity to speak with him?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, what I was telling him about you. He seems to know sort of what a hospital administrator does. And he just said that he might have a place for a guy like you.
Dad?
No. Now just hear me out. This is a good deal. Frank said it was a vice presidential level position. And you know that steel fabricating plant of his is going great guns.
Dad, I have a job.
Yeah, well.
What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, well, what?
Okay, you got a job. But this, with Frank, is a great chance. Big money. Chris, you got your whole life ahead of you.
Look, maybe we should just talk about this later.
Later? Why? What's the matter with now? We always used to talk at the table.
No, you used to talk at the table. We just listened.
Hey, come on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was wrong with the country? What was wrong with society? What was wrong with me?
Chris,
No, Susie, I've been in town one day and I'm right back where I was 20 years ago, hearing about my clothes, my hair, my posture at the dinner table, what I do for a living, on and on about me. What do you want from me, Dad?
Well, for one thing, I'd like you to keep a civil tone in your sister's house.
Do you ever get tired of belittling me? You want to take a break? Or is it just some knee-jerk thing with you, some biological response? I'm gonna make a call.
How's the family dinner going?
Great. What is it, Libby?
Yes, well, I wish I had better news for you. There have been no paroles or escapes of people the judge has sentenced for over a year now. Everyone's safely locked up.
What about Reggiano?
Lone operation, no contacts on the street.
How about in prison?
His first day in, he got into a fight. He's in solitary. He'd have to be directing somebody by telepathy to be behind this thing, Chris. I'm sorry, we're back at square one.
Out.
In light of this new witness for the defense, the state asks for 1 week's postponement in the proceedings, if that meets with the bench's approval, sir.
The request for postponement is granted. This court is adjourned.
All rise.
How's the workload?
Oh, fine.
Great. Busy tonight?
Well,
Get back! Get back! Stay down, I'll kill him! I swear I'll kill him! Keep it in! No! I said get back! I'll kill him! I swear! Look, stay back, I said! They got it.
yes.
You got a minute? I heard about the excitement out in the hallway.
It was nothing. Is there something else?
Yeah. I need to talk to you. Listen. I just got off the phone with the State Bar Association. Are you really going to go ahead with this thing?
Oh, and you think I shouldn't?
No. No, listen. We had a locked jury. Somebody changed their vote and we convicted. It happens all the time.
Does it?
Yeah. Or we start all over again with a retrial, all of that time, all of that expense. The guy was guilty, you know that, Judge.
But that's not really the point, is it?
I guess not for you. I guess you'd rather listen to a bunch of hallway gossip and start this witch hunt against me.
This is not a witch hunt.
Oh? It's not? I mean, running to the state bar asking for an investigation of jury tampering? You'll find nothing, Judge, because there was no impropriety. So why don't you just satisfy yourself on that and drop it? Don't go to the bar.
Wow. Well, if what you say is true, then you shouldn't have any fear of an investigation.
Yeah, but if word gets out that they're probing around, it will have the appearance of trouble. Don't you understand? That's enough to do damage. Now, I don't think that either one of us, me or you, would particularly relish having a public view into our lives outside of the courtroom.
Is that a threat, Mr. Siegel?
Absolutely not. I just think you might want to think it over. Thank you, sir. Absolutely not. I just think you might want to think it over.
That little worm. How dare he threaten me? But you were brilliant, though. Really. Ad-libbing the way you did. You know, maybe you should go to law school.
Oh, thanks. Have a seat. You want some coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
Since my brilliance will only take us so far, why don't you tell me what that was all about?
Oh, well, Siegler prosecuted a murder before me about 4 months ago. It was a big front-page trial. You know, guy is accused of killing his wife. Mm-hmm. Siegler's thinking of running for office, and this was the kind of case that could maybe make a big splash for him. Anyway, the jury gets hung 5 times. And word was that one of the jurors was holding out for acquittal.
Then it changed.
Overnight. And just before I'm getting ready to declare a mistrial, the vote changes. Siegler gets his conviction, and 2 weeks of great media exposure. A short time later, I receive an anonymous tip. Siegler had contact with one of the jurors. I never heard which one. But supposedly, Siegler's contact was working outside of the proceedings. I called the state bar and asked for an immediate investigation.
Why didn't you tell me this during our briefing?
Well, it didn't seem that important.
If tampering is proven, what'll that mean? What'll happen to Siegler?
First, disbarment. Later, a criminal trial.
And he's ruined, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good murder motive to me, Jerry.
I suppose it does. But look, Siegler is a major creep, but he's no fool and he's no killer.
Okay, but he does have a reason, and he does have access to your social calendar. What else does he have on you, Jerry?
What do you mean?
Threat.
Well, maybe he meant my dating a few of the female lawyers who occasionally appear before me. And before you get on your high horse, I want you to know that I never dated any of these women during a trial. Or if it was a major issue, I would have disqualified myself.
Okay, relax. I just need to know.
So what now?
Well, we investigate Mr. Siegler's extracurricular activities. Can you get us a list of the jurors on the trial?
Oh, sure.
Okay, that'll give Libby a starting point.
Well, you better get going. Tuesday, 1 o'clock, billiards with Harry Chance. Afterward, at the club, a workout.
Can't you just cancel?
It's a standing game for over 20 years. We can't cancel. We never cancel. I mean, if I don't show up, he'll know something is wrong.
Well, that sounds like my dad.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that kid. Dinner last night at Susan's. We get to talking. He walks out, doesn't touch his meal, just walks away.
You're Sean. Why do I think you probably gave him a reason?
Reason? Chris never needed a reason to get honked off. Stubborn little... Okay, so I was trying to teach him something, you know? Make a point to him, like I'm supposed to do. There are cases where a father tells his kid what to do and the kid doesn't. Like my father did with me.
Well, it seems to me that's the problem. You keep trying to relive it all.
And what's wrong with that? I did learn a few things along the way.
And so did your son, Chris.
No, he hasn't yet. Look, Jerry, I grew up like you did. Through the hard times. No work, no money, nothing. You got the brains to go to law school. Me, I scraped. Had to scrape along selling nuts and bolts.
You made a good living, Harry.
Yeah, I got a decent living going. And along comes Chris. Good-looking kid. Oh, smart as a whip. Hell of an athlete. Guts, that kid. Oh, God. Wasn't scared of anything. And me, right in there, trying to help him any way I can. And what does he do with it all? Throws it away. Leaves home. Throws it all away. God. You know, all I wanted was, that he'd have something a little bit better than what I had. Anything wrong with a father wanting that?
No.
God, I don't want him to end up like me. You know, Jerry, I got a picture in here. I see my kid some years from now, getting a little flabby, losing his hair, blowing out 65 candles in a cake somewhere and saying to himself, I blew it. I'm nothing but a paper shuffler, and the game's up. And when I think of that, it breaks my heart. Hell, let's go to the club. I need a workout.
Why don't you try something new? I mean, Harry, why don't you try saying to yourself, whatever Chris wants to do is fine with me. It's his life, not mine. I mean, what if Chris is happy doing whatever it is he's doing?
He can't be happy. I'd know if he was. What's so damn funny?
Oh, he can't be happy. I know it. You don't get it, Harry. I mean, look, suppose Chris's life isn't perfect, but he's doing the best he can, just like you did. Like we all did. Let him go, Harry. I mean, trust him to live his own life. He's not you, Harry.
Yeah, but he's my son. And I love him a lot.
When was the last time you said that?
Hey, boss. How's the workout?
Yeah, got my heart rate up. You got something?
Yes, one Joseph Abato, juror in the Siegler case. I'm gonna scroll some information for you. You ready?
Go.
Okay, here's Mr. Abato's deposits for the past 6 months. You see this one? That's a little devil that's got me interested. $3,500 deposited the day before the conviction. And Chris, it was deposited in cash.
So either Mr. Abato got lucky at the track.
Or it's a bribe.
Yeah. Address?
419 Largemont. Do you want me to throw a map up on the screen?
No, I grew up here, remember?
Right. Over.
Out. Mr. Abato? Mr. Abato, I'd like to talk with you. Mr. Abato? Joseph Abato is dead.
Joseph Abato.
A juror before you a few months ago.
Oh, yeah, in the Ziegler case. How did he die?
He was shot 9mm in the back of the head while he read the morning paper.
Oh, my God. Ziegler.
It's gotta be. I mean, who else has a reason to kill you and Abato?
Chris, now look, Ziegler's a lawyer and a smart one. He'll have alibis.
Yeah, probably. But he's also gonna be worried and he's gonna be nervous, and that's our edge.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
Flush him out, Jerry. Flush him out.
You ready?
Yeah.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. You know, you made a very serious mistake, and it's going to cost you everything.
What are you talking about?
You shouldn't have killed Joseph Abato.
What? Abato? When?
Yesterday morning.
I was in court from 9 o'clock on yesterday morning. Hundreds of people saw me.
I know. You didn't do it yourself, any more than you could go after me yourself. That's what friends are for.
You're crazy.
You know, I don't think it would be very difficult for a up-and-coming DA to find an accomplice. I'm gonna bring you down.
I want him taken out tonight.
I got the Abato guy like you said, but I don't know about another run at the judge. Not that I ain't grateful.
Yeah, and remember that. You'd be rotting in jail right now if I hadn't covered up that beating. What should we call that poor woman? Your girlfriend?
Okay, you got me out of a jam. And like I said, I'm grateful. But this debt's got limits, Ziegler. I'm the one sticking my neck out here. I just don't know if I want to do that anymore, unless it's worth my while.
Okay, that's fair. $10,000. You do them tonight, then you come back here. I'll have the money.
Mr. Ziegler, I think we got a deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Judge, you gonna be working late?
No, Sam, I'm just packing it in.
That's good. Been working too hard.
Oh, look who's talking. You're still here.
Just being careful. I'll walk you out.
Thank you. Good night, Dina.
Night, Judge. Hey, Sam, open the door for me, will you? Well, thank you, Sam. You're so kind. You're a real prince.
Yeah? Good work. Come on up. I'm waiting. Come on in, Sam. Quite a mess, huh? things got busted up pretty good when you tried to kill me after you shot the judge. I guess you just sort of flipped out, Sam. I'm sorry.
Sam couldn't make it.
Oh, I was going to come down and see you anyway. When I saw all that stuff on the news, Jerry, you are getting to be a regular American hero. Taking on two armed guys who are trying to kill you?
Well, thanks, Harry, but that wasn't what I wanted to see you about.
Oh?
Yeah, well, you know, I wanted to finish that talk we had playing billiards yesterday.
Oh, hey, look. I'm sorry about that. I had no business spilling my guts to you about my kid. That's not your problem.
Well, yes, in a way, yeah, it is. You know, you said some very nice things about Chris, and, you know, I got to thinking. Here's two people who are so busy throwing jabs and blocking punches that they never get around to saying what is really important.
Well, that pattern started a long time ago.
It started when you were a heavy-handed young father trying all the wrong ways to teach his son about life.
Hey, wait a minute. No. Wait a minute, Jerry.
No. Wait, let me finish. I mean, Chris was wrong, too. But he was a teenager. He didn't understand. Couldn't put it into words what he was feeling, so it came out as anger and resentment.
Anyway, it's all ancient history now.
True. But you gotta forget about it. Stop rehashing it and start all over.
Dad, I think it's time I showed you my office.
I owe you one, Schlosser.
Well, knowing you, I'm sure you'll get back at me somehow. So, Chris, you're going to stay a couple of days.
Yeah, Dad and I have some plans.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Ready on the flight deck, Chris.
Jerry, you wanted to see your fly. Why don't you co-pilot for Jeff?
Of course.
Oh, listen. I got about 1 million questions, to do with all this.
Yeah, and I'll answer every one, but I want you to stand by our agreement.
Oh, yeah. It's all. Hush, hush. I'll just keep complaining to people that you're working in the VA.
Okay.
Anyway, what am I going to tell them? I understand about a doctor, an accountant, but a human target?
Come on, Dad, I'll show you the letter.
Okay. First question.
No, I'm not going to answer that one.
What? What do you mean? You didn't know what I was going to ask.
Yes, I do. You're going to ask me how much money I make.
I bet you didn't know what I was going to say after that.
No, what?
Most amazing thing I've ever seen. I'm very proud of you, son.
Next on Human Target.
You are now trespassing.
Why is Dr. Robillard and his so-called church buying up the valley?
Get in the car.
Religious paramilitary group.
These guys are really crazy.
But only a very few will be left to populate the next Eden.
You got your seatbelt on?
face. You're still a man, Chris. You're allowed to fall for somebody.
Tomorrow at 7, 6 Central, Corky meets the girl of his dreams, but will her parents put an end to the romance? Don't miss Life Goes On. Now, stay tuned for The Commish, next.